up into the mountains to meet the leader of an army to do some basic training. Or so they thought, since the leader of the army wants these students to participate in an exercise called the hunting program, where these students will be hunting real enemies and get to test their mage skills. So Mo Fun and the others start completing various different tasks, until they come across a cave. The leader of the army told them to retrieve a bracelet which he lost inside the cave, but the one-eyed wolves are lurking inside. The commander told them it was the one-eyed wolf inside the cave, but that was a lie because the wolf is actually called the spirit wolf, which is under the command of their orders to go soft on the students, to fully test their skills. They all head inside the cave and eventually come across the giant wolf. Most of the students are frightened, apart from Mubai who uses his ice magic, but it doesn't do much damage to the monster. Mo Fun then quickly helps a girl who is brave enough to step in front of the beast. But Mo Fun knew she wouldn't be able to harm it, and took her out the cave. But the same girl ran back inside to prove that she's a strong mage. However, even her second attempt didn't hurt the monster, and she was saved just in time by the student with the lightning power. Mubai also goes in for his second attempt, but gets thrown to the ground. Then Mo Fun enters the cave just in time, and puts his magic to the test by activating his stars. He uses the fire element to blast fireballs at the beast, and it unlocked a new level of ignition, and now he's at level 2 ignite. This shocks the teachers who were watching from above. The commander notifies the other teachers that the wolf is no longer listening to his commands, and he can't control it, so the students may be in danger, so they go down to save them. The beast was out of control, so Mo Fun and his friend Zhang Xiao lured the beast into the cave in order to protect the other students. After they both lure him in, the beast attacked Zhang Xiao and he was knocked down. Then for the first time Mo Fun combines both his abilities to take down the spirit wolf. After slaying the beast, his necklace starts to absorb all the energy from the spirit, making him even more powerful. His teacher tells him he's surprised that a student was able to defeat the wolf, as the spirit wolf's power is just as strong as the real one-eyed wolf. As the task was completed, all students will receive a score on the test, all thanks to Mo Fun. But Mo Fun doesn't care about the praise, as he is more focused on releasing his true power. Once he defeated the beast, he was able to unlock level 2 fire, and realizes how powerful it was against the monster. So he aims to achieve the same level 2 power for his lightning ability. He remembers everything Miss Yang told him about the necklace, which he can use to absorb many different souls. So he decides to become a hunter to evolve the necklace even more, and thus improving his powers. So Mo Fun heads into the city to join the team of hunters. He enters the hunters hall and asks a stranger how to join the city hunters. He tells Mo Fun there's a huge waiting line in order to join, and tells him that they won't accept mages who don't have at least a fire power. So Mo Fun tells him, how about the lightning power? To which the man replies saying you shouldn't lie to try and join and to tell the truth. The man seems to believe Mo Fun truly doesn't have the lightning power, and explains that only 1 in 1,000 mages acquire this element. So Mo Fun leaves while he's talking to him. The leader of the hunters is tired of all the low-ranking mages who keep applying to the city hunters, and asks his associates to only bring in the people who have had some experience as a hunter before. They then eventually get to Mo Fun and ask him for his hunter certificate, to which he replies saying he doesn't own one. So they tell him to get lost, as they only want experienced hunters and not newbies. He tells them that he is a lightning power mage and shocks them as they have never seen a lightning mage in person, as they are very rare. They ask him to prove it and he forms the star path using his lightning ability. He introduces himself as Fan Mo. He then meets the leader who accepts him into the city hunters and explains that they have a mission at a local school where the monsters have attacked. But they tell Mo Fun to stay behind as he's only a new member, but he tells them he wants to join them on this mission. Mo Fun then realizes that the school which was attacked is his sister's school, so he calls her and she tells him she's okay, but the other students have been taken by the monsters. Mo Fun arrives at the scene and starts to investigate and soon meets the one-eyed beast, which seems to be quite strong. He faces off with the beast and fortunately it reaches the rest of the team, who now demonstrate why they are known as the elite group of hunters. That's when the youngest of the group made a mistake while using her powers, but thanks to the Mo Fun's lightning power, he managed to take down the beast. The beast was totally paralyzed, preventing the girl from getting hurt. They all thank Mo Fun for being there and saving her life, and accept him as a part of the team. Mo Fun begins to fit in well with the group and became a respected hunter. The Mu family have been preparing the strongest male ice mage called Yuang, and he will be the one that will be doing the duel with Mo Fun. Young asks him why he selected him as the mage to fight Mo Fun, and the boss explains that it's to celebrate his coming of age and he can invite the whole family to celebrate. Meanwhile at school, his classmate Ju Min asks Mo Fun to meet him after school. She explains that she heard stories about strange things happening at this compound and she wanted to investigate the area with the strongest mage in the class, to which he agrees and helps her discover the area. They come across another one-eyed wolf, but this one was different and he tells her this is the real one-eyed wolf that the city hunters have been trying to find all this time. He told Min that he will give the location to the rest of the team, but Ju Min already phoned the police. The wolf heard the sound of the ringing phone and instantly chased them. So Mo Fun does everything he possibly can to take care of the monster. However, even after several powerful attacks, he cannot seem to kill the beast. That's when a member of the city hunters called Kai Tang arrives from the city. She is an ice mage who is also a part of the Mu family. Then Minju told her about Mo Fun, who's currently fighting the one-eyed wolf, and they quickly rushed over to help him just in time to immobilize the wolf. Kai Tang remembers Mo Fun because he saw her when he was younger, and she caught him through the window. She then told Yuang that his name is Mo Fun, and that he attends the School of Magic and insulted their uncle. Yuang is surprised that he just saw Mo Fun for the first time, as this is the guy he will be dueling with. When Mo Fun runs away, she calls the city hunters and explains that they have tamed the wolf, but they need Fun Mo's lightning power to paralyze it. Upon arriving, he meets all the other hunters, who ask him to use the lightning power on the wolf. However, after using his power, the wolf turns red and eventually evolves into something called a general class, and gets even stronger. Some agree to back out and leave, as the odds are in its favor, but the captain insists they should at least try to defeat it, as many lives are at risk if they just do nothing. This is when they all come together and use their powers with all their might, and they try to contain the beast, which turns out to be quite resistant. And although they are very experienced mages, the wolf doesn't stop increasing its strength. So after that, they corner up as a group, and Mo Fun decides to use the lightning power to stun the wolf. He manages to maintain it for a while, but this is still no match for the beast, as this particular wolf is still a much higher level than him. So their only hope is this guy, who suddenly appears out of nowhere. He is the strongest water mage in Asia, named Mr. Yang. Mr. Yang uses his advanced water element to eliminate the beast, and gives praise towards Mo Fun for being brave enough to go head-to-head against the one-eyed wolf. Afterwards, Mo Fun absorbs the soul from the wolf and obtains a new level of power. Soon the day of his fight against Yuang approaches, and the director gives him a little encouragement, but at the same time he's worried, since he doesn't have much confidence that he'll win. The director tells him the real purpose of this event, which is the exclusive reward for the winner. They will have access to the Sacred Spring, an arena where the mage skills can be improved in a drastic way. This makes Mo Fun realize how Mr. Yang was so powerful, as he must have went to the Sacred Springs in order to achieve the advanced level mage. So now Mo Fun is really intrigued at winning this contest, but it seems like no one has any faith in him. He even talks to his childhood friend, and she tells him that he better not show up tomorrow, as Yuang will not hold back, and she doesn't want to see him get hurt. But Mo Fun tells her that Yuang should be the one to be scared, as he is fully prepared for tomorrow. He said that he's been waiting for this day to fight for his honor, and to beat the family who has humiliated his dad for many years. The day of the duel arrives and Mo Fun approaches the convention, where all the most important people in the city will be attending, to witness Yuang's coming of age. All the guests arrive outside, and Mo Fun approaches Kai Tang, who tells him he shouldn't be walking on the red carpet and acting like a VIP guest. Mo Fun forgot that they don't know he's their friend Fan Mo, who's a part of the city hunters. Mo Fun turned up on his own, but some of his friends show up, including his classmates, the army leader from the training program, and his father are all here to support him, although most of them knew he wouldn't win. They both shake hands and the duel begins. They both show incredible power, but because Yuang is a part of the Mu family, he has very unique magic equipment, allowing him to move incredibly fast, making it hard for Mo Fun to get a single hit. Yuang taunts him and says his level 3 ice power is too strong for his level 2 fire ignite, and unleashes a ice storm attack on Mo Fun. So Mo Fun remembers his training from the City of Hunters, where he absorbs the wolf's soul and aligns the 7th star to release his true fire ability, where he creates a fireball all around him, which protects him from the ice storm. He then uses a fire explosion to knock down Yuang. However, Yuang gets back up and tells Mo Fun he's lucky he unlocked his level 3 ability, or a piece of trash like him could never win. He then reveals why he's so strong, by using a specialized body armor, to which the Mu family leader is surprised they have to use this armor against a nobody like Mo Fun. Everyone in the crowd says how unfair the match is due to Yuang using the armor, and even the leader of the army tells Mo Fun to quit the duel match immediately. Yuang tells Mo Fun that the armor was a gift from his father, and expresses how his father could never buy him anything of the sort, and tells him he's just a poor kid and to quit the duel. But Mo Fun remembers what his father did for him to get him into the School of Magic, and proceeds with the duel by unleashing his maximum lightning power, and reveals for the first time that he is a double elemental mage.